I'm just gonna riff a minute. Apple might have some problems. They might have some problems. I'm not convinced that what they are selling actually makes any sense. So we've had iterations of the 6, the 7, and now the 8. Why they didn't just stick with the 7S versus going to 8 doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Why they chose to go for the 10, I get it, it's the 10th year, so they made it. But the rest of them, why go from 7 to 8 without going from 7S? You've done that pretty much every iteration of the phone. There's nothing wrong with the iPhone 10. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece of hardware. Clearly thought out, clearly well crafted. My issue is with the fact that the 8 is essentially the 10 with bezels. And actually with the home button that we know works. I'm not convinced that the Face ID is gonna work as well as they say. You remember when Craig got up there and tried to use the Face ID, didn't work the first time, he had to grab another phone. So that tells me that the software and or maybe the hardware is not ready yet. If you know anything about Apple, and I've gone through several iterations of Apple, I've had the first iPhone, the first iPod, MacBook, the first MacBook Air, I actually own that piece of crap. And I moved up from there. The MacBook Air, the MacBook 12-inch Retina, the MacBook Pro. I have not bought the new MacBook Pro yet because my MacBook Pro Quad has done everything I needed to do, so I haven't felt a reason to upgrade yet. That's probably coming this year. But I guess my issue is that they packed the iPhone 8 Plus with so much stuff. It is literally the same phone. There are variables that we don't know about. We don't know how well Face ID is gonna work. The slide function, I think, is fine for opening up your phone. I don't like that the notification center is stuck on the corners of your phone. I like that it's in the middle. You know, that's where your hand is. Normally you just kind of slide into the middle of your phone. Now you're forced to kind of pick and choose where you slide. Some people are gonna say it's not that big of a deal. I think that the fact that you have to kind of watch where you touch, it's going to be a bigger deal than you think. The Face ID is huge. If it works the way it's supposed to, it's gonna be amazing. If it works even slightly slower than it's supposed to, it's going to be annoying. If in low light situations that thing doesn't track properly, it's going to be frustrating. And if you know anything about Apple, you know that first generation anything, whatever first generation device they bring out is probably going to have issues. It's gonna work. They'll work it through software. They will make sure that it's nothing big enough that where you're gonna scream out loud on the internet that it's broken. But all those little quirks that you find in the iPhone 10, they're gonna get rid of when the iPhone 9 comes out. When that phone comes out, it's going to be perfect. Face ID is gonna be faster. The touchscreen, the sliding and all that stuff, they're gonna change where you slide. They're probably gonna make it even available from the middle. They're gonna add a little software in there to make that possible. It's going to be a better phone. The question is buying the 10 better than buying the 8 Plus? Well, it's smaller. That's great. The form factor is going to be amazing, and I would love to have that form factor. But you're also spending at a minimum $1,000, but you're probably going to want the bigger phone. So now you're looking at probably $1,100 to $1,200. I noticed that they didn't say how much the upgrade was. They said starting at $999, which means that there are other price points there. So I don't know if they're gonna have a 64, 256, and then a 512. I don't know. I am not convinced that this is the phone that you should be buying. It's beautiful. It's a great, great device. I just don't think you should buy this year's model. I question the fact that they won't be bringing it out until October 27th, or pre-orders until October 27th, and then available a week later. I think that's odd considering it is September 12th. So you're asking for another 2 months to make enough product to where they can ship it. And even then, you're still going to be waiting for your phone. If you're in that first batch, you'll get it 1 to 2 weeks later. But if you're in that second or third batch, you might not get it till Christmas or January. That's the way it is on normal phones, on the normal iPhone releases. So you think it's gonna be better on the iPhone 10, the most substantial change to the iPhone in the past 10 years? No, it's going to be worse. So, am I going to buy the iPhone 10? I don't think so. I have learned that iteration after iteration does not make for a better phone. Yes, you're gonna have better quality cameras, faster processor, better software, better hardware, better speakers, better mic. But once you get to a certain level, now you're just splitting hairs. You have on the iPhone 8, it is 25% louder than the iPhone 7. But the iPhone 7 was pretty loud. And I can tell you this much because I still have the 6 Plus. I can barely hear that speaker compared to the iPhone 7. It's amazingly better. So you have a better speaker, you have a better camera, but the iPhone 7 camera with its portrait mode is amazing. I have the iPad Pro, so I do have the 7 camera in my iPad Pro. I can tell you, it takes really, really good pictures. You have the True Tone display, which is available on both devices. The only thing you are trading for is the screen, but now you lose the home button, and now you have to deal with Face ID. Again, if Face ID works, game changer. If it doesn't, it's still gonna be a game changer, but people aren't gonna realize that once the new version comes out, how much better it is. It's essentially like when they came out with Touch ID. Touch ID was a game changer. It was great until they came out with the second generation Touch ID. And then you realized how mediocre the first version was, because they knock out all the quirks and all the bugs with the issues, and they make a better product. So Face ID is going to be good. It's going to be great on the next version. Do you want to spend that much money for a version that is going to get better in 1 year? Will I buy the iPhone 10 or the next iteration of the iPhone 10? 100%. But I don't need to be ahead of the curve anymore. You know, it's the older you get, the more you start to devalue technology. If the technology does what you need it to do, then having the latest greatest doesn't actually do any more. It doesn't make you more productive. It doesn't improve your workflow. It's usually just a little bit better. That's why they call it an iteration. Think about it from like a car manufacturer or even your TV. What if every year a new TV came out and you had to upgrade your TV every single year? Or every year they changed the lights on a car, or the in-dash radio system was a little bit better. Would you upgrade? Would you upgrade? You wouldn't. So why in the world are we stuck questioning ourselves for not wanting to upgrade to the latest, greatest Apple device? It's not the end of the world if you don't upgrade. Now, if you have a broken display, if you have a jacked up earpiece, or your Bluetooth's not working, upgrade. Stop sitting on your phone. Stop waiting for God to come down and fix your phone while you're sleeping. It's not getting fixed. Either pay to get it fixed or upgrade. I have one pet peeve about iPhone owners, because it doesn't seem to happen as much with Galaxy owners or Android owners. Why is it that you guys will walk around with broken displays for months without upgrading or without getting it fixed? It boggles the mind how you could do that. If I get one little crack on my display, I'm walking into Apple within the hour. I'm on my phone on that cracked display, setting up an appointment for the Apple Genius so I can take it to get my phone fixed. Stop being lazy. Don't walk around with broken phones. You have this beautiful Retina display that has a crack in it. Don't be stupid. Get it fixed. You paid for the phone, or maybe you didn't. Maybe your parents paid for the phone, which is why you don't have it fixed yet. Then you shouldn't have that phone. There, said it. So just realize that technology is always going to change. There's always going to be a better version, bigger hard drives, bigger storage, but is it going to change your life? Is it going to make your life better? Are you going to see an improved workflow from this new device? Are you going to see a return on your investment from this device? Is it going to make you better at your job with this device? If it doesn't do those things, you have to question why you need it. Anyway, that's my take on the iPhone 10. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you buying an iPhone 10? Are you going to stick with the iPhone 8? Are you going to stick with your phone? Are you going to move over to Samsung or the LG or one of those phones? I can't do it. I'm too invested in the iPhone ecosystem now, so I can't leave for now anyway. But let me know what you're gonna do. I really want to hear. I want to talk about it. Am I acting strange, or do you guys feel the same way? So let me know what you think in the comments below, and we'll talk later. Everybody out there, have a great day. We'll see you soon. Peace.